The auction house is a complete and utter mess. And this is nothing new. It didn't just become a mess, it's been a mess, and it's only getting worse. And because of that, I've been able to take advantage of a lot of you and make a good amount of gold by doing so. Let's talk about it. Now, this is not the first time that I've talked about this. I made a video speaking about the difference between the tier systems with consumable items. And if you want to watch that, go ahead and click that link up above. But here's what I'm talking about. And I'm bringing this up again because I need to get this out there because it's ruining the whole system. A lot of you are buying the enchant Authority of Radiant Power. Now, if we look at the different tiers here, we have tier 1, which is the worst, tier 2, which is a little bit better than tier 1, and then the best, which is tier 3, which everyone should be buying for the last piece of gear that they want to enchant. So if you have a weapon that you're most likely going to replace in the near future, you would most likely go with the cheapest route, correct? Well, that cheapest route would be a tier 2. It's only 2,790 gold. And it's better than a tier 1, but for some odd reason, people keep on buying this one. And the crazy thing is, a couple days ago, the tier 1 was more expensive than the tier 3. And I'll say it again, people are buying this, because you're probably asking the question, well, yeah, people can post it for whatever they want, but are people actually buying these? Yes, look, I just sold 2 of them. And not just 2 of them. I've sold many, many more. If we take a look at TSM and look at the increase right here, this gold has been made basically from selling Authority of Radiant Power tier 1 enchants. We can even take a look at my ledger here. These top 3 right here are tier 1s. There's a tier 3, another tier 3, and then we go back to a tier 1 right here. Now, why am I talking about this again when I could just keep quiet and keep on banking off of everyone who's buying this item, which they shouldn't be? Well, it's disrupting the auction house, and when the auction house gets disrupted, professions get disrupted as well. And what I'm talking about is that when I'm trying to work on Authority of Radiant Power, I want to get up to a tier 3 as much as possible, which means I'm going to spec out in these 3 different nodes. But because the tier 1 is selling for almost as much as a tier 3 and sometimes even more, and they actually sell, there is no point for me to put these points into those nodes because I want to stay in this area where I'm making tier 1s all the time. But in all reality, I want to put points in this so I can make tier 3 enchants and sell them for much, much more. But when you've got this problem going here, well, then the professions are broken. So even though I'm talking about this, I'm still going to make these, and I have been, and I'm going to sell them because people keep on buying them. Also, another big problem is the fact that people are still undercutting other people in the auction house. I get where this can be some kind of a tactic, but people need to understand that the old ways of the auction house where you would undercut somebody by a copper is not necessary anymore. Because when you put up your item to be sold and you list it at the same price as the lowest price on the auction house, your item is the first to get picked up by a buyer, which means you don't need to undercut. And if you see something like this where I now have 11 people ahead of me, just cancel your auction, go into your mailbox, open it up, then go ahead and repost it, and now you're back at the top of the list. But the problem here is that people keep on undercutting everybody, and that's lowering the value of the item. And it throws everything off. And when that happens, we get things like this, where the tier 3 is only a little bit more than 1,000 gold more expensive than a tier 1. It doesn't make any sense. Honestly, is this video really going to make a big difference? Probably not, because my videos don't get out to hundreds of thousands of people. But I felt like it was a need to talk about it some more because people are still buying this garbage. I would much rather have a system that actually works rather than continue to make gold off of people. Anyways, if you guys like this content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and give this video a big thumbs up. It does help with the algorithm, and this is one of those videos I feel like I want a lot of people to see because we really need to fix this. And if you guys want to hang out some more, make sure to check out my Discord channel and check out my Twitch stream. I do a lot of workout streams in the morning, and then now and then I do a little bit of gaming in the afternoon. Other than that, I hope that this was informational for all of you, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.